everyone, and thanks so much for visiting me and joining me for this class today. That'll be about 60 minutes or so, and we will focus on hips, hearts, and hamstrings a bit. So make sure you have maybe an extra blanket, or you could use a towel for some padding underneath your knees if that would be helpful. Obviously, any props that you have, so if you have, for example, a yoga block or blanket, I'll hold up one of those too, or a bolster, strap, anything you like to use that you have already, feel free to grab that and put it somewhere around the space that you're going to be practicing. And just take a few moments to settle in, get all of your things, and we will get started. I'll meet you on the mat. Arrive to your mat, go ahead and meet me in a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting up on a blanket, so usually when we take a cross-legged position or even sitting on your shins, we're looking for hips to be slightly elevated above the knees just to protect everything here. If you have tight hips, you might choose to sit on the shins instead of this cross-legged position. I'm going to start simply with the palms together at the heart or the center of the chest. And I invite you to close your eyes. We're just going to take a few moments here to settle in. Take a few breaths together. So inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, big exhale. A couple more like that, your own pace or at my time. Sigh it out. Even make a little noise on your next exhale if you haven't already. I'm just pausing here. Again, either eyes closed or just a soft gaze, a couple feet in front of you on the floor. First moments of our yoga practice, at least when I teach, are always about simply arriving. So we're all transitioning from something. We were doing something before we stepped to the mat today. And so you want to give yourself some time to just consciously transition from whatever was going on before you stepped to your practice. Anything that might be happening next. Be helpful here to take a little scan of the body to start. So maybe from the toes to the top of the head. Just mentally walking yourself through each part of the body. Just observing any tension, openness, tightness, numbness. Without any judgment, just taking a baseline measure of how the body feels today. Allow your awareness now to shift toward the mind. A place where you can just check out what's around, what's the content, are the thoughts and stories close together? Is there space between? Even depending on the time of when you're doing this practice, you might notice the mind busier, quieter. And there's no right or wrong. Just, again, taking stock of the state of the mind as it is. No need to change or control anything. Now let your awareness shift to the breath. Often when we bring our awareness to our breath, our first thing is to try to change or control it. And so no need to problem solve here. You're You're simply just noticing the state of the breath. So is it fast? Is it slow? Is it in the chest, belly, nostrils? Start to let your awareness shift away from that and just expand to the whole body, mind, and breath, and space around you. Let's take a breath in through the nose. Hold it for a moment at the top. Part your lips, open your mouth, exhale. Gently bow to your fingertips, to your heart. Practice today. Again, we'll focus on hips, hearts, hamstrings, a lot of areas that we get stuck, feel tension. Some of which maybe we even kind of shove our internal clutter. So we're going to clear our internal junk drawer with our practice. Welcoming yourself to your yoga practice today, seeing if there's an intention you'd like to set. Anything at all that resonates with you. That intention, if one comes to mind, inhale, part the hands, extend the arms out to the sides and all the way up overhead. Palms come to touch. Exhale, hands right back to the heart. Gently blink the eyes open. Let the light come back in. Release the hands. From here, begin to take some gentle movements. So again, just like the first few moments of practice are about arriving, the first few movements are just about noticing how the body is today. And that might be different than yesterday. That's perfectly fine. No right or wrong here. Just exploring the body. So you can change the cross of the legs if you need to. I'm just going to place the hands in front of the feet. Inhale, press the heart and chest forward. Exhale, chin to chest, curling back, arching the spine. So this is like a seated cat-cow. Inhale, pressing everything forward. Exhale, curling back. Inhale, extend forward. Open up the heart and chest. Even just observing for that moment at the top of the inhale. Any tightness or openness. Exhale, let it go. Pause at the bottom of the exhale. And continue at your own pace here. I'll invite you to begin cultivating your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, exhale through the nose, slight constriction in the back of the throat. If you're new or newer to the practice, or even if you just like to begin your practice with an open mouth Ujjayi, it's a nice way to get into it. So that would be inhale through the nose, and then open mouth. It's like you're fogging up a mirror on the exhale. Couple more times here. Even with just these few movements back and forth, I already feel in my own body it's a little bit smoother and open to do this. Like I've kind of increased some mobility here. Go ahead and pause now, and we'll bring the hands to the tops of the shoulders. And again, we're going to connect breath with movement. The pace is up to you. We're going to inhale one direction, exhale the other. So this is a great way to just see what your range of motion is so far. You might even be able to hear my breath on the exhale. That slight constriction in the back of the throat. And begin to slow these movements down. Pause here. We'll take some circles. The elbows coming forward. And inhale forward, exhale the other direction. We'll take some movements just in the opposite rotation. Nice. Pause, shoulders on the back of the body. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. This time, interlace hands at the top. Maybe gaze lifts if it's okay for the neck. Palms to the sky. Taking one more sip of air at the top. Big open mouth exhale. Release the hands, and we'll meet in all fours, tabletop position. Go ahead and move blankets or any props off to the side. You're also welcome to keep a blanket so it's tucked underneath the knees for support. Finding your way to hands and knees. We'll start by building a strong foundation here, like most of our classes. So toes can be curled under for a little extra stability, hips over knees. You can also calm tops of the feet flat to the ground if you prefer. Shoulders over wrists, and here we are, tabletop. Go ahead and imagine that the heart can just melt a little closer to the floor. So that's going to bring the shoulders on top of the body, or the shoulder blades kind of coming to connect a little bit more. Let your awareness shift to your foundation. Feel the parts of the body connected to the floor beneath you. So first thing we have to do in our practice is connect to our strong foundation, ground down. Once we're grounded, rooted, stable, then we can start moving. Then we can rise up and find more space. So inhale, drop the belly, extend the heart and chest forward, cow pose. Exhale, curl everything in, cat. Again, inhale, drop the belly, extend the heart and chest. Exhale, finding cat. You can close the eyes or keep the eyes open. We're moving back and forth here, just like our seated cat-cow. Just expanding this movement now. And tune into the sound of your breath. And breath is a quick way to anchor yourself back to the present. So the mind will wander. That's the nature of the mind. Sometimes because we want to emerge out of intensity that's coming up in the body. Sometimes because what the mind has to tell us might be more interesting or exciting than what we're doing in a moment. So I encourage you, as soon as you notice that you're somewhere else, return to that sound in the back of your throat, return to your intention, whatever it is that can help anchor you back into the present. Go ahead and pause in this neutral tabletop position. From here, we're going to extend the right leg long, flex that foot, and then extend the left arm long. Opposite arm and leg. You can also just touch each limb to the ground if that's where you're at today. Otherwise, we're here for a breath. And slowly lower. You can shake the hips side to side. We'll take the other side. Extend the left leg, right arm. You modify the practice however you need to. The right pose today is the one that honors your body. Go ahead and lower, and then from here, keeping the hips over the knees, walking the hands further out. We're sinking down into a puppy pose. So we're melting the heart and chest, chin or forehead to the mat. Right away, tuning into that heart space, that opening across the shoulders. Another breath in and out. From puppy, roll your way all the way to the belly. Tops of the feet rest on the mat. Forearms out in front of you, elbows a little in front of the shoulders. Inhale, press the heart and chest forward. Exhale to stay. 2 more breaths, and here we are. So, great alternative to Cobra. You can always use this pose as our cue today. From here, slowly lower, and we're going to rest on the right ear and cheek and extend the right arm out long like a T. So arm is going to be out, resting on the ear and cheek. And then pressing into the left palm, slowly rolling over that right shoulder. And the legs might stack. You might even step that left foot behind you. You might keep that left palm or fingertips in the mat, or you might extend that arm up and try to reach back. Again, tons of options. If all you do today is move your body and breathe, you're doing enough. So it's not about pushing beyond your edge. It's just about clearing some internal junk so you can leave here feeling lighter. And another breath. And slowly move through center. We'll take the other side. Extend the left arm, rest on the left ear cheek. And again, pressing into the palm. Maybe step that right foot behind. Here for a couple more breaths. Slow, deep breathing. Bringing yourself back to center. Plant the palms beside the chest. This time, we're coming into 3 passes of Cobra, or you can move right back into Sphinx, that starting position. So palms beside the chest. Inhale, roll the shoulders onto the back of the body. Inhale, press your heart forward. Little to no weight in the hands. Slowly lower. 2 more times. Again, little to no weight in the hands, or you can press the hands and press a little bit more weight into the hands this time. Slowly lower. 1 more time here, your own pace. Rising up. Lower. Curl the toes. And pressing through hands and knees all the way back to downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, hands around where they were in puppy, maybe a little bit closer, so on the mat. And then feet about hip distance apart, gaze between the feet or to the navel, ears are between the biceps. And then it might feel good to walk the dog here, so you can bend one knee, and then the other. And importantly, reconnect to your breath. Stillness. Inhale, gaze shifts forward. Take as many steps as you need. We'll walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. Maybe bend the knees, standing forward fold here. Crown of the head drops to the floor. Relax the head and neck. Imagine that you can release the contents of the mind through the top of the head. Go ahead and put the palms on the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's open the mouth, exhale and fold. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, gaze forward. Open the mouth. 1 more time here. Nice. From your feet, your strong roots, slowly roll up. Roll the shoulders a couple times. And here we are, mountain pose, palms face forward, crown of the head lifts. feet underneath the hips. Maybe let the eyes close. Let's go ahead and place right hand and then left hand over the heart. Just letting your awareness move to the space. Recommit to using this time to fill back up with whatever it is you need as you let go of anything you don't need to carry with you into the rest of your day. Slowly release. Blink the eyes open. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, palms, pause at the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. This time, go ahead and grab the left wrist with the right hand and shift the hips over, opening up that left side body. Back to center. Switch your grip. Take the other side. Back to center. This time, inhale and exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, extend the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Interlace fingers, palms to the sky, maybe gaze lifts up. Another sip of air. Big open mouth exhale. Spread the hands, forward fold. Nice, everyone. Shake the head, yes, no. Dump the thoughts, release the contents of the mind, even if just for right now. Plant the palms and the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Up to you, open your closed mouth, exhale, fold. From here, we'll step back into a plank pose. So plank, shoulders over wrists. If you want to lower the knees, you're welcome to. Otherwise, here you are, strong foundation. Another breath in. Slowly lower to the belly, tops of the feet rest. Palms beside the chest. Inhale, finding cobra. Exhale, lower. This time, go ahead and tense the fingertips, almost like you're kind of making a spider with your fingertips. And I'll show it from another angle for you. So fingertips are off the mat here. We're just going to flow, move a little bit here, opening up that heart and chest. So inhale, lifting, and then you just bend one elbow, then the other. Don't be surprised if this builds heat pretty quickly. Return to your breath. So good. You're done with this practice. Nice open heart. And pause and center. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Plant the palms beside the chest. Press yourself all the way back to a downward facing dog. And settle in. From down dog, inhale, step the right foot forward and through between the hands. Go ahead and lower that back knee to start. Walk the hands toward the hips. Again, you might want to tuck a blanket underneath that back knee. Encourage you to use whatever support you need. And here we are just moving a little bit, so pulsing in and out of the low lunge. Just pause here, fingertips to the floor, low lunge. Lift the back foot off the mat. And from here, we're going to now walk the hands to the hips once again. Right knee tracking over right ankle. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together, maybe gaze lifts. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands and step back into down dog. Option to move through plank, lower to the belly, find your back bend. So your choice of transition from side to side. You can always take child's pose. From down dog. Left foot steps forward and through. Go ahead and lower that back knee. And walk the hands up towards the hips and begin to find a little movement with your breath. You might even hear my knees cracking. You might hear your own, your hips. And I love this idea of continuing to return to that scan of the body, mind, and breath. So I think that it brings a sense of curiosity to the practice. Just observing, maybe asking yourself, oh, how do I feel in this pose? Right? No right or wrong, no judgment. And pause. Right, the fingers so that you can lift the back knee. And then walk the hands up towards the hips. And here you are once again, crescent. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, lower the hands once more, stepping back to down dog. And then your choice, maybe flow. Eventually, we'll all meet in a child's pose this time. So as you're ready, you'll slowly lower the knees. Big toes come to touch and sink the hips toward the heels. Give your wrists a break, so let the forearms rest on the ground. Forehead can touch the mat. Or maybe it doesn't, you can tuck something underneath the forehead if you like. Always remind us here that this child's pose symbolizes bowing to the teacher within. A point where you check back in. What do you need? And allowing those answers to come from the body. The mind sends a lot to us all day long. Some of it's the same as yesterday. Much of it is not true. And yet we often find ourselves with a servant to our mind that's bossing us around. So just use your next exhale to create a little space from that. Commit to honoring the body. Slowly rock your way forward. We'll meet back in a downward facing dog. Nice. From down dog, inhale, gaze shifts forward. Take as many steps as you need. We'll meet at the top of the mat in a standing forward fold. In, and grab opposite elbows and hang like a rag doll. Pause in the stillness. Palms and shins, gaze lifts forward, open mouth exhale to fold. Slowly roll all the way up, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms come to touch, right palm and left on top of the heart. Pausing here. Imagine one long line of energy drawing up through the feet, through the crown of the head. Exhale the other direction. Grab that left wrist again. Shift the hips over. Inhale back to center. Switching sides. Back to center. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Interlace fingers, palms to the sky, gaze lifts. One more sip of air. Open mouth, exhale. Forward fold. Plant the palms and the shins. Inhale, gaze lifts. Up to you on that exhale, fold. Plant the palms and step back to downward facing dog. You can always take it through an extra flow of plank to the belly. You can stay in down dog. And inhale, step the right foot forward and through between the hands. This time lowering that back knee. Find yourself in this low lunge. We'll move with the breath. So inhale, maybe fingertips or blocks underneath the hands. Gaze lifts. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Half splits here. Just getting into the back of that right leg. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten. Couple more times. And from here, find yourself in that lunge. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee. And we'll move in and out of that once again. So inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, begin to straighten that front leg. Right toes maybe curl toward the face. And again, bending into the knee. Exhale, straighten. This time, with that leg, right leg straight, go ahead and step that left foot a foot or two closer. Spin the hips so that they're square to the top of your mat. And here we are, we'll pause. Take a halfway lift, gaze forward, inhale. Exhale, fold, gaze to the knee. Again, this is a great place for blocks. Hip is moving back in space. This is hard, so breathe with the intensity. Notice where the mind goes when intensity comes up. Slowly release. Go ahead and move that back foot back so you can find that low lunge. From here, plant the palms. Stepping back to down dog in your choice. Down dog, child's pose. We're moving through plank, lower to the belly. Find your back bend. No rush, we'll meet in down dog. As you're ready, we'll step the left foot forward and through between the hands. We'll lower that back knee, and we'll work with the breath a few rounds. So inhale, heart and chest lifts. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Inhale to the lunge. Exhale to straighten. In that lunge, pause here. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee. And again, inhale, gaze lifts. Exhale, straighten. So probably more intense this time. Again, just moving with your breath back and forth. yoga and psychology tell us that exposing ourselves to discomfort is really okay, and that when we learn to sit with uncomfortable things, especially in the service of a larger goal that's important to us, we can better cope and do what's meaningful in our lives. Go ahead and pause now. Fingertips on either side of that foot. And hands. Step back into downward facing dog. Actually, I just realized we missed something on that side. So step that left foot forward once again. And then we're just going to step the back foot forward. And we're going to take that pause, those couple breaths in that fold. So left foot is forward. Left hip moving back in space. And folding over that leg. All that talk about sitting with discomfort, I almost forgot to invite you into one of the most uncomfortable poses, at least for me. And so now we're here so we can practice just being with it all. Not avoiding, not escaping, not changing. The more we can sit with discomfort, still pursue what matters most, the more we can live a more meaningful life. This is just one small way of practicing that. Okay, we did that. So step that foot back a little bit, plant the hands, and now step back into down dog. From here, your choice. You can move through a flow, maybe find a back bend, or down dog, or child's pose. Eventually, we will lower into child's pose once again. So meeting there. Bowing to the teacher within, another breath. Go ahead and back the weight forward. From here, from tabletop, just make some circles with the hips, preparing for hip opener. Connect your breath with the movement. Inhale one direction, exhale the other, take it the other direction. And then pause. Take a couple more cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, extend the heart and chest. Exhale, curl everything in. Let's do it 2 more times. Let's stick out the tongue and use lion's breath or just an open mouth ujjayi. Releasing tension, clearing internal junk. One more time. Nice. From tabletop, or you can move back to down dog. We're just going to step the right foot forward and through between the hands. We're going to walk that right foot to the outer edge of the mat, both hands to the inside. That back leg is lifted to start, or back knee lifted rather. The back foot's not going to be in the air though. And then just a little movement here. So we're going to move into lizard lunge with the back knee down, but just starting out here. Feel the space that you've created already in your practice. Go ahead and lower that back knee. And you can lower the top of the back foot. And then from here, you might stay with the hands on the mat. You might lower to the forearms, or you might even place a block underneath the forearms. Okay. Just setting up for a lizard. You might even even come to the outer edge of that right foot. Open up a little bit more deeply. And then breathe. Every exhale here, even if it's intense, I want you to imagine just clearing out your internal junk, whatever that looks like to you. Find one more breath here. Follow the exhale to the end. And plant that foot. Walk the right foot back in between the hands. And from here, plant the hands. Step back into down dog. If you want to move through another flow, feel free. Eventually we'll meet on the other side. So stepping that left foot forward, walk it to the outer edge of the mat. Back knee lifted to start. Just taking a little movement here. Notice the space. Lower the back knee. Into your lizard lunge. Again, if you want to come to forearms or come to the outside of that left foot. Because we hold some of these poses for longer, we're looking for a place where you can sustain the pose. So it might not be the furthest you've ever gone. It's more about both leaning into intensity and finding a place where you can still breathe. The research that I've read, at least coming from the physical therapy world, suggests that holding stretches for about 30 seconds is where we really get the benefits. Pain tolerance, increased mobility. And so both moving dynamically and static stretches like this have benefits. I like to encourage my students to hold difficult poses like this for several breaths so that we can get to that 30-second or so point for those benefits. It's hard to do it on your own without someone guiding you and doing it with you. So I'm right here with you for one more breath. And plant the hands if they're not. Walk that left foot back in between. And then from here, curl the toes, lift the back knee. We'll transition to down dog, maybe through a flow, or maybe to hands and knees. So your choice. So once again, slowly lower the knees to the mat. Sink the heels or sink the hips toward the heels. And just rest here. Maybe even take 3 more of those open mouth ujjayi exhales. From here, rock the weight forward. Meet in the tabletop position. Inhale, the right arm reaches up to the sky. And we'll thread the needle so that right arm threads underneath, resting on the right ear cheek. Left fingertips or palm of the left hand forward. And then like you can spin the heart and chest open toward the sky. And this is a twist here, so breath will probably become harder to breathe, being patient. It's part of the challenge of this pose, but also some of the benefits of this pose. It's going to help you feel more open across the chest. And with that increase of range of motion from where we started. So another breath or two. And plant that left hand, slowly unwinds. Back to tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly, extend the heart and chest. Exhale, rolling into cat. One more time. Curling in. We'll take the left side, left arm extends up. And thread the left arm underneath the right. Walk the right fingertips forward. Another breath. From here, planting weight to that right hand. Unwind. Back to tabletop. Inhale. Cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. From here, neutral table. Just walk the hands back toward the body. And sitting off to one hip. From here, we're going to make our way to our back. So slowly lower to the back. Once you're there, just let yourself arrive, land in mindful transitions. Pause here for a little breath work. So you can have legs extended long or knees bent. Place the palm of one hand on the belly, palm of the other hand at the heart where it was before. We're going to connect our Ujjayi breath with diaphragmatic breathing or belly breathing. Belly breathing is really great to help us connect to more of that state of relaxation. Right? So when we're anxious or start to get panicked, where does the breath go? Usually into the chest, upper body. That's where that hyperventilating feeling comes from. So I want you to start by just imagining all of the breath moves into the belly. And with the palm of one hand on the belly, just inhale, belly presses into that palm. Exhale, belly falls toward the spine. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale with a slight constriction in the back of the throat, ocean sounding breath, belly falls. We'll expand this. So inhale, belly rises. Continue that inhalation, chest rises. Exhale, chest falls first, and then belly. It might even help to imagine that inhale, belly rises, then right above belly, then chest. Exhale, chest falls, right below chest, then belly. So you can think about it in 3 or 2 parts. Again, with your exhale, you're using that slight constriction in the back of the throat, so you can just hone into your breath. Inhale, belly, then chest. Exhale, chest, then belly. Just taking it one more time, your own pace. I encourage you to practice this maybe again today or tomorrow or this week sometime. The more you practice this, the more when you get in those situations, anxiety or stress. You can pause, remember, breathe into the belly. Go ahead and release this. Hug the right knee into the chest. You can extend the left leg long, flex the left foot. And then interlace hands behind that right leg and extend the right foot toward the sky. Like you're standing on the ceiling. And then see where you can soften. Soften the space behind the heart, back of the head. Final stretching for the legs here as we slowly open that leg up, trying to encourage still that left thigh to the mat. And I like to use my right arm out like a kickstand kind of to hold on to that right leg as it opens up. Also do this with a strap if you have a strap. This is totally fine too. Inhale back to center. And then from here, or you can bend the knee. We're going to begin to cross the leg over the body. You can extend the right fingertips. You can gaze over the right fingertips. Back to center. To the sky one more time. Inhale. Exhale to slowly reaching it up and forward. Lower that right foot. Both feet to the mat. Pause and notice. Come back to one palm on the belly, one palm at the chest. One round. Inhale, belly rises. Then chest. Exhale, chest falls, then belly. Beautiful, we'll take the other side. I like to start with my right foot in the mat and then hug the opposite leg in toward the chest and then extending that right leg long. Interlace hands behind that left leg and then stand on the ceiling with the left foot. That right leg to stay grounded. We'll slowly open the left leg out to the side. Inhale back to center. Same options here. Bend the knee or leg straight. Cross the leg over the body. Maybe left arm extends. Maybe gaze over left fingertips. Another breath. Extend that leg to the sky and reach it out in front as you slowly lower. Observe the length that you've created, the space that you've created. Palm of the hand on the belly, palm of the chest. One round of your belly breathing here. Bend both knees. From here, we're just going to take one final hip opener. Hips, hearts, hamstrings. We actually did a lot with the back of the legs in general, so probably got even more than that. We're going to take sleeping pigeon. So cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And this might be a perfectly good option here for you. You might stay, or you might put a block underneath that left foot. Or you might just thread the hands and then hug that left thigh in towards the chest and rock side to side. You can pause in stillness. Slowly release. We'll take the other side. Left ankle crosses over the right. Tucking everything in. Slowly release. Walk the feet to the outer edges of the mat and just windshield wipe the legs back and forth. Dropping the knees to one side and then the other. And go ahead and pause and center. Walk the feet a little closer together. Just going to do one pass at bridge, so fingertips extend so that they can touch the heels. Inhale, lift the pelvis, lifting off the mat. Exhale to stay. You can interlace hands behind the back. You can tuck your shoulders underneath the body. Nice inversion here. You can always make it a restorative pose by tucking a block underneath, or even a stack of pillows if they're sturdy enough underneath the seat in the sacrum. Nice, smooth, elevating pose. And slowly release everything down to the mat. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. From here, rolling over to the right side. Pressing into the palms. Find your way to a comfortable seat, just for a moment so that you can gaze up here to where we're headed. So go ahead and grab whatever you had in terms of either a blanket or a towel. And if you haven't grabbed one of those things, go ahead and grab one. So even a towel will work. I've done this with a towel plenty of times at home. And then you'll just open it up. So if you're using a towel, I would open it up as big as it goes. If you have a blanket like this, it doesn't have to be open up this wide, but it can be. And you're just going to make a blanket roll. And then you're going to place it to the back kind of third of your mat. And it's going to go right underneath the kind of bottom tips of the shoulder blades that we've been working with when we did that cactusing of the arms. So this is our final pose. This is a restorative pose. It's more about comfort rather than doing or working hard. As you're ready, go ahead and roll back. And then you can extend the arms out like a T if you have space. You can cactus the arms. If there's a different arm position that feels good, feel free. And we're just looking for some lift behind the heart. And then knees can be bent or your legs can be extended out long. It might feel good even to tuck a pillow underneath the knees. Let's take a breath in together. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Begin to release your Ujjayi breath or any controlled breathing. Just allow your body to settle in here. Just let yourself soak up the benefits of your practice, all of your hard work. Be here for a couple of minutes. And then from here you can either stay or move into Shavasana. So I'll cue you when it's time to decide. This pose is about receiving. Just receiving whatever it is you need. That healing into your heart space as it's lifted to the sky. See if you can soften even just 5% more. If you're comfortable here, stay for as long as you'd like. Transitioning into Shavasana. And I really encourage you to stay for that final rest. Yoga is about the balance of effort and ease. And the ease is just as important as the effort that you put in. The place where the effects of the practice really come alive. So you can stay in this heart opener. Or if you like, you can roll over to one side, move that towel or blanket, maybe cover up with it. You can come to lay all the way flat on the back, wherever you are. Just let your body be supported by the earth beneath you. Eyes soften and closed, jaw relaxed, whole body, mind, and breath relaxed. No matter when you're doing this practice, I'm here holding the space as you lay here. I'll sit up and I will mind the time, and I'll gently guide your awareness back to the space when it's time. To deepen your breath. Feel your body in space. Just allowing your awareness come back to the body, back to the space around you. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just staying as relaxed as possible as you gently reawaken the body first time today. Eventually, any bigger stretches, you can hug the knees into the chest. Find your way off to one side for a breath. Leaving behind anything you don't need to carry with you. Clearing your internal clutter. You choose what to take back in. As you're ready, find your way back up to a comfortable seat. We'll meet with one palm stacked on top of the other at the heart space, eyes closed. Pause here in honor of your body and all it can do. Cultivate a sense of gratitude to yourself for taking this time. For stepping to your practice. For practicing balance between effort and ease. And remember that you can always return to this peaceful place right there inside of you. It never changes. We simply use the practice to peel back the layers so we can tune into our true self. Palms come together. Take a breath together. Inhale. Open mouth. Exhale. Bow your head to your heart. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me, for visiting me today. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.